Hello everybody. Today we have a fairy in this book. It's called The Tooth Fairy. And when I have a teeth and wear loose, I don't put under it. I don't think the fairy tooth are in real. But maybe Peppa lose her teeth under bed. It have real. Maybe it is. Let's read it. Peppa and George are having their favorite food, spaghetti. I love eating it too. Daddy Pig says, "What's a lot of noise?" Finished. Now we have a bit of quiet. Oh, Peppa lose one teeth in the middle, on top of it. And can you see her teeth in this page? Right in a dish. Just fall out like this. Like that. Now let's read number 3 page. Peppa says, "What's that?" Is that a tooth? Why did you not know that? Really easy. It's a tooth. Where did that come from? Peppa, maybe you should look in a mirror. Her tooth. Peppa have one loose one. I have many, but this one doesn't work. It fall off and it no more grow up. See, I give it on many times, but it doesn't work. But maybe this one works. Now Peppa knows. Oh, it is my tooth. It's fallen out. Don't worry, Peppa. It's just a milk tooth. They're meant to fall out. I will grow a new one. Will I grow a new one, Mommy? Yes, you will, Peppa. I also means the tooth fairy will be paying you a visit. Do you know what a milk tooth means? Not a tooth in the milk. Milk tooth is mean the tooth is falling out. Okay. Tooth fairy? Yes, the tooth fairy. If you put the tooth under your pillow tonight, the tooth fairy will come. The tooth fairy will take the tooth and in its place she will leave a shiny coin. Wow, I want to have a real coin. When I grow up, I want to be a tooth fairy. And what would you like to be when you grow up, George? Dinosaur. A dinosaur? No, George. Dinosaur, it does not a job. And the tooth fairy not a job too. When Peppa wants to be a tooth fairy, she need to be bigger than her tooth. So she has a tooth fairy. Oh, look at the pink dress. It's her pajamas. I like that one. Quick, George, it's bedtime. We don't want to miss the tooth fairy. Before going to bed, Peppa and George brush their teeth. Brush, brush, brush. Peppa, what are you doing? I'm brushing my tooth so it is nice and clean for the tooth fairy. When I am a tooth fairy, I look at Peppa's tooth. It's very nice and clean. Will I take it? Will and I in this that place I give to Peppa's very shiny coin because I love my teeth and have a clean tooth. Are you? Peppa cannot wait to get into bed. She's putting her tooth under the pillow for the tooth fairy. Good night, Peppa and George. Good night, Mommy. Good night, Daddy. Good night, my little piggies. When nights, Daddy Pig, Mommy Pig, Peppa, and George always say that. George, I'm not going to sleep. Let both stay awake all night and see the tooth fairy. Wait a minute. A little minute. Peppa happy, so Peppa sad now. Now we can say this tooth fairy is very late. Now another turn. The tooth fairy is taking a long time to arrive. Where is that tooth fairy? When you are asleep, Peppa. When you sleep, the tooth fairy will come. What is that noise? Is it a tooth fairy? George, can you hear something? Oh, George. Oh, what noise is George? He was so tired, so he has fallen asleep. I'm tired too. And so was Peppa. Maybe Peppa is not tired. George is not very good at staying awake, but I am. I'm going to stay awake and see the tooth fairy. I'm not going to sleep. Now Peppa is tired too. She sleep and the tooth fairy come. The tooth fairy has arrived, but Peppa is asleep. Hello, Peppa. Would you like this coin and return to your tooth? What a nice clean tooth. Thank you, Peppa. Good night. When I am a tooth fairy voice, I need to read it like this. Hello, Peppa. Just like that. A voice go up and a little bit small. Okay? It is like a tooth fairy. What a cute little wings tooth fairy are. Peppa, George, wake up. It's morning. What? I wasn't asleep. Did the tooth fairy come? No. No way, Peppa. You sleep and the tooth fairy come. Maybe Peppa didn't know. Let's take a look under your pillow. Look, Peppa, the tooth fairy has been, and she left you a coin. Hooray! Peppa say the tooth fairy don't come, but in this book, not in this real, just in this book, the tooth fairy will come. You fell asleep, didn't you? Well, maybe I fell asleep just for a little bit. Next time I will stay awake and I will see the tooth fairy. Maybe Peppa likes that coin, but now it's time to go to sleep. Goodbye. Good night, everyone.